Everyone quit out because we're lost. We quit the chat. Welcome to Sneed's Feed Steed. Feed and Seed. Sneed's formerly Chuck's. Sniper. Welcome to Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chuck's.
Đẩy lùi bọn đế quốc ra khỏi mảnh đất của chúng ta. Giết chúng! Giết chúng! Tấn công! Tấn công! Alpha is being attacked. We have a lost Alpha.
What? It's so fast. What the fuck?
Tấn công!
Bravo is being attacked.
They don't have the tools.
Chúng ta.
Đánh lại.
Chúng tôi cần những người. Chết tiệt.
Scout, report in.
Quân địch ở kia.
This house, pretty safe.
Chúng ta phải ăn nắp, nếu không chúng ta chắc chắn sẽ chết. Chết tiệt, đau quá. Có chừng, đây.
Scout, report in.
Chúng ta đang bị tấn công. Mày, nhưng mày đi.
ZNX, literally fucking kill yourself, kid. Like, that's all I have to say to you, you fucking retard. Literally kill yourself. End your own fucking life, you pathetic little fucking bitch. Type all day until you get curb stomped. Fucking rat. Yeah, Zio, you're a little fucking rat, and I hope you kill yourself, you fucking pathetic piece of shit. Leaving the server. We have 0 kills. I just fucking joined the server and was made the squad leader, you stupid nigger. Kill yourself. That is what I think about you. If I am a faggot, you are a nigger. Simple. You wanna play the phonetic game? I win.
Wasn't there an idea at some point to say that they were like the Van Helsing family? I remember that being said at some point, like we were like devil hunters or something.
Like we would.
We are taking Alpha.
Yeah. PK.
We have taken Alpha.
Shooting at me and only me. All that. Kill yourself. fucking people lingering.
Mọi người ổn thấy.
ơi làm ăn hay ngon.
Where? That's so retarded.
Tôi sẽ ăn ở thế giới bên kia. Sinh anh sống lặng, anh bạn ta.
Yeah!
Tôi đang nắp lại đạn. Tiêu diệt bọn chúng đi.
Scout reported.
Đã phát hiện bọn họ bên.
I'm not spawning at this spot, Tony.
We have taken Bravo.
What the fuck are you doing?
Ý thật, tôi muốn nạp lại đạn. Kiểm trợ giúp tôi.
Every fucking time! There's some random fucking retard just spraying through the fucking woods. Like, fuck off! Always fucking me.
Tôi sẽ ăn ở thế giới bên kia.
Scout reported.
Sure, bud. You're just ran away through the ground. What are these squad tunnel locations, bro?
We are taking Charlie. We have taken Charlie.
Một đồng đội của chúng ta đã nằm xuống.
We are taking Delta.
Cho người anh em chúng ta.
Scout, report in.
Tôi on. Một tên địch đã bị giết. Được đây, giết.
Đã phát hiện quân địch.
Yeah. Oh, 6 meters away, huh? Yeah.
We are taking Delta.
Sure. Yeah, clear this.
Scout, report in. We are taking Delta.
Bro, that's so obvious.
We are taking Delta.
So fucking late. Fucking suck, dude.
We are taking Delta.
Đừng bắn vào đâu. Ta sẽ chiến thắng. Quân địch ở kia. Hãy cùng về nơi của mày đi.
We have taken Delta.
Đừng bao giờ bén mảng đến đây nữa. Chết đi! Chết đi!
Fuck, bro. There's just a teammate there. I'm getting sick and tired of it. Why are you on the back line?
Bọn chúng đang bắn vào chúng ta. Tôi không thể chết. Coi chừng chúng ta kế bạn xâm lên thành phải. Ôi, không.
Scout, report in.
Đợi một giây. Phụ. Phải luôn nhìn mặt trời. Núp đi. Nằm đi.
Scout, report in. We are taking Echo.
Luôn luôn chú ý. Như một anh.
Tao phí nhổ vào mày và
Cậu bé. Tôi chỉ là một
We have taken Echo.
tôi đã hạ được hắn rồi. Chết đi! Chết đi! hạ được một tên.
Oh, 219. Come on, buddy. I see you. Oh, you're so good. How is he 30 meters away? Like, I can't hear gunshots for shit, bro. How is he in the fucking woods? How is that allowed? Yeah, no, you can just venture out. It's okay. We'll let you do that. No, it's fine. Yeah. No, it's cool. What do you mean? He can't see me! He can't see me! The fuck? The nigga's shooting down a fucking hill.
Attack on my mark.
Damn.
Find an objective.
Bắt con.
No, I killed him. I shot him 3 times. He's dead. He did not just kill me. There's no fucking way. These kids cheat, man. These kids are literally cheating their dicks off. Yeah, and...
Attack on my mark.
Yep, there's another one.
Defenders are active. Victory!
Sit way in the front where they shouldn't be as defenders. No, I don't want to play this. This isn't what I didn't join this. I joined a campaign server. So put me in the campaign server thing. Fucking retarded bullshit. I changed the filter, so fix it. Okay, whatever. Suddenly all the servers just disappeared. Bro, this chat breaks every 2 seconds. Stop. Deploying as the National Liberation Front, enemy force, United States Army, deploying to battle, prepare to attack. Please wait, server's changing the map. 8 out of 10 is going to cancel. Oh, I can't do it anymore. You are now connected. Let's go. Hit it, man.
Đẩy lùi chúng về biển. đạn. Tôi không thể chết. Chúng ta còn chưa đánh xong vấn mày mà. Ôi, không. Có ai có đạn dự trữ không?
We are taking Alpha. Scout, report in.
I can't tell. There's no.
We have taken Alpha.
I couldn't tell.
Không. Tôi cần quả biết nói không. Không hôm nay. Cái chết của anh sẽ không chịu hết. Người anh em. Có ai có đạn dự trữ không?
Yeah, I fucking knew it. Yeah, there's some fucking retard just sitting over there.
Shh. Attack on my mark. Scout, report in.
Đã phát hiện bọn bò chúng có thể tấn công bất cứ lúc nào.
Attack on my mark.
Chiếm được này. Này. Không, anh này đã chết. Người anh đồng hương của tôi. Mày cút về nơi của mày đi. Nhưng anh biết rồi. Đã thấy quân địch. Nằm xuống, đồ xâm lược, đồ phản bội. Coi chừng, quân địch đây. Ôi, thôi. Có thể làm gì?
Yep. Naturally, the fucking cut. Yeah, I just know there's another one. Naturally. But now I know it's clear. Now I'm just gonna run away and do whatever. Blatant as fuck! Name like fucking Meme Wizardo.
We are taking Bravo.
Chết thiệt, ý thật. Tôi muốn nạp lại đạn. Kiểm trợ giúp tôi. Đi đâu, anh chủ.
Barrage inbound. Take cover. Scout, report in.
Quân địch ở kia. Chúng mày, đi chết tiệt.
I literally wasn't even visible. No. And he was not 10 meters away. There's literally no shot that he was. No shot.
Anti-air defenses are active. Scout, report
is
in.
even that?
We are
No
taking
options.
Charlie.
I can't see shooting slow, but you can see enough over the fucking thing to shoot me. No, magically he's not there now.
We have a ticket.
Yep. I'm not even anywhere near the explosion. still fucking cheating niggers because you can't see 125 meters in the fog. And yeah, no, full of niggers. I'm gonna find a cheat. Rising stone, shoot fog, and we will cheat. I'm so glad I found it. Ah, my baby is back. I found my child. These are the important ones.
What now? Victory for Sylvanas.
Well met!
not supposed to want to fight the 120 hertz. Okay, that's my sound. Actually, no one Dutch. Like, yeah, I could go bully people in Warsong or something, but like, they're just.
Standalone Minecraft VR. A prompt asking you to connect your Quest. UI might look a little bit different. Everything has been made so much more transparent since the first time we actually played Questcraft. It's crazy because now the user no longer has to wonder, hey, is this actually downloading? Is my game frozen? When the game has, see here, we've got our Minecraft menu. Here it says update. We're actually not going to press that because I don't know what it's going to do. We're going to create a single player world as we normally do, and we're going to check the smoothness. We're going to check if this is actually playable, and we're going to build a little house. As we usually do, such as tradition every time a new Questcraft update comes out. So we're going to let the world generate here. A little something I found while testing this build is when you do get into your world for the first time, you're going to find it's lagging like crazy. The thing is, it's going to lag like crazy for about a minute while the world generates, while all the entities load, and then after that, you're not going to have that issue anymore. Another little something that I found in this test build that I have, that maybe you guys will or will not have, is textures that are really far away might glitch a little bit. And I'm sure you'll see what I mean in a second, but it's not a really big deal and doesn't actually ruin the gameplay for me. So as you can see, we're in the game here right now, and it is lagging a little bit, but as the world loads in, you'll see that that is slowly going away. So you can see over there, those textures, that's what I was talking about. But as you can see here now that the world has actually loaded in, this is really smooth. And those crashes and lags that we used to have every few seconds in the past, where the game would just like give you a lag spike and make it unplayable, that's all gone. So to be honest with you, those performance issues that we're getting over there in the far away, yeah, that is a minor trade-off for how well this is running. It is absolutely crazy to me how far this game has truly come. So as you can see, my render distance is actually set quite low. I could bump it up, but to be honest with you, again, we're playing Minecraft Java on Quest standalone. Let's set it to 9 and see what happens. So of course, it's going to lag a little bit at the beginning. And as you can see there, those are the render glitches that I was talking about. But actually, even at 9, while recording, this is completely playable. And of course, as the world generates, we talked about this, we're probably going to see some issues here and there, but to be honest, right now, I'm just not getting any of that. So I think we should build our house in this hole here. Oh, perfect. Coal is here as well. So let's get ourselves some oak logs. And of course, if you're familiar with the controls of Vivecraft, you will be more than familiar with the controls inside Questcraft, because Questcraft is actually running on Vivecraft. So, you know, switching through your toolbar, for example, using your hands, which is a mechanic that I really like, that all works here. So let's get ourselves a pickaxe and let's get ourselves an axe. What is Minecraft about, right? If it isn't about, you know, doing a little bit of exercise. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Oh, this is running so well. Yeah, that cow did not even try to fight it, to be honest. And of course, if you really wanted to, this is Vivecraft. Again, you can actually use your hand in order to break all of these. And I mean, you know, what would I be doing playing Minecraft VR if I didn't do a little bit of exercise? Okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with the exercise. This is... So what I found is my, my place or break button just doesn't register sometimes, but that could be because I'm recording. I did not have this issue yesterday, or my controllers could just be broken. But yeah, no, this is, I must say, smoothest iteration yet, and I'm fairly certain most of it is because of the new renderer, even if it is causing a little bit of issues. I do wonder whether that's going to be fixed in the build that just went out to you guys, because yes, that build has gone out now that I'm recording this. I am a little late on recording this. So I'm gonna make this nice and pretty. For that to happen, I'm gonna need more trees. So let's go cut down some trees over there. I don't know what's happening with that cow and sheep over there, but I'm certainly going over to investigate. Thank you, I will take all of your oak. So we're gonna get enough oak in order to build ourselves a little hut. This is very, very playable. Like if you were to run a server as well, where the quest wouldn't have to render the entirety of the world and handle the world generation, of course that would take the load off of it, which means that, you know, if you were playing on a server with your friends or something, maybe the server's being hosted on an old laptop that can't play Minecraft VR, but it could definitely run a server, that would definitely make this run even better. So what we actually haven't done yet is place down our crafting bench, and let's now, so yeah, you can see it's actually, it's like over there for some reason. So that's really stupid. It seems that, yeah, so that's not a Questcraft bug, that's a navigator bug, where this actually gets in the way of you playing games. That explains why I haven't experienced it when playing on my own, because I wasn't recording, so that explains a lot. Let's get ourselves a door. Of course, one of the most important things in survival Minecraft. Let's actually get ourselves another furnace. Actually, let's get two. Let's get furnae. Let's get 2 furnae. Yeah, that's the plural of furnace. And start cooking up the rest of our cobblestone. This is looking very, very nice. And of course, you know what? What kind of base would this be if we didn't have a form of storage? So let's just grab ourselves a chest. Oh, I already had a chest. Okay, well now I have 2. We're going to put a slab there. There we go. Yeah, that works for some reason, don't question it. Then go like that. Only we will know that that is not a full block. That is our trade secret. And then of course, to eat our food, we literally just lift it up. Ideal. That is literally going to be perfect. No. No, you have to be joking. I cannot end the episode until the floor is complete. I hear a zombie, but I can't see it, and I don't like that. Okay, either the zombie is really stupid, or it's not actually that close, because I can hear it, but it's not coming for me. Oh, it's probably coming now. There it is. Yeah, die. It's not super pretty from the outside, okay? But that's not the point. Okay, I think I placed that there. There's no way on Earth that is growing there. Let it grow there instead. So here it is, our little house. We have a house completed. There is not much more to say. The game is where are you? The game is running absolutely beautifully, and I encourage you to check it out yourself. All links will of course be down below in the description to the Questcraft Discord, and with that being said, let's jump into the outro. So, there you guys have it. Questcraft version 6.0, the latest version of Questcraft's offering. I can already see multiple of you have had the chance to try it out from their server, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Do let me know how well or not well it has been running for you down in the comment section below, but from what you can probably tell, I've had an absolutely amazing experience in it. They've seriously brought the game, again, to a point where it is entirely playable, and I do hope that this time, meta doesn't ruin the fun too early. Either way though, thank you so much to the Questcraft team for your continued work and effort on Questcraft, and thank you so much for letting me try this out a little bit early and bring it to the people. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. If you like this one, please do leave a like. If disliked, I guess the button works too. but let me know why down below. If you're not yet part of our community, check out our Discord and our Reddit down below, where I want to see you posting your spice memes. And thank you so much to all the Patreons supporting this channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Much love. You are what makes all of this possible. And as usual, if you want to be notified about future content coming up on the channel, smack the subscribe with your forward doing bell. And see you again next video. Peace. Zapomniałem co powiedziałem. Za szybko się rozkręciłem. And once you have confirmed those dialogues,
Traveler? Be careful. How may I aid you? Goodbye.
Oh yeah, I'm going to hell. Ready. That's not the last thing I listened to.
Think that I'm a freak when I'm talking to myself, but it's like I was too weak to be someone else. Could think that I'm a creep when I'm singing all alone, but it's like I couldn't see straight on my own. When I fall, we start again, and when I feel like I'm just dead, and when I call, it comes again. Speak, coming from somebody else. Now know it is just stronger than myself. That's the way I have to live. Now they fall down every night. In the end I'm not alone, and that's my life. When I fall, we start again. And when I feel like I'm just dead, and when I call, it comes again. Something that saved me all the time. In my say, it surfaces when I'm breaking down, like a whisper in my head, coming from out of nowhere, like a whisper in my head, when I got something to share. but it's like I was too weak to be someone else. You could think that I'm a creep when I'm singing all alone, but it's like I couldn't see straight on my own. Hey, yeah, there's something that saves me all the time. In my say, yeah, it surfaces when I'm breaking down, like a whisper in my head, coming from out of nowhere, like a whisper in my head, when I got something to say.
Why is Stu Griffin so smart? Stewie's not supposed to exist. Literally.
Oh shit, I got stuck in it too.
Alright then, epilogue time. Welcome to the finale, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the epilogue. Many years later. So much of the other endings, bro. Missed one achievement, but here, it's like that one. Anything brought to Stanley promote. What? Endings, Mr. What? Fuck it, man.
I hope one day you can forgive me.
Ah, fuck you now.
Now I'm about to head out to IEM Dallas, but before I go, I want to share a tip with you guys that I hope that I can see on stage this weekend, and it's going to involve the head tug trick that we did on Ancient in Temple. If you don't remember, a video on screen for reference, but you can actually do this on Mirage, and it's a little bit easier to do. So let's play a game. Can you spot the CT? I'm going to come out of Market Door, and he's hiding somewhere on the B site. I'm just going to give it a quick check. I don't see him anywhere, and we'll try one more time. Let's come out from Market Window this time, looking towards the left, looking towards the right. We'll go a step further, looking towards the left, looking towards the right. I don't see him anywhere. Well, don't worry. He's right in front of me. Literally, he's in E-Box. I couldn't believe it either, but if you do this head tuck trick, you can actually get inside of E-Box here by positioning your feet exactly like this. So the trick is, of course, you align your feet like this, make sure you have your gun out, and you need your feet to be lined up like so. Otherwise, your character will stick his head out. Arrow. Anyway, so if you do this, you can see exactly what just happened. So as you can see, Bot's down in that spot, and if I check E-Box, good chance I don't see him. I have to go all the way out here for a sliver of him, and even coming out of Market Window, it can be really difficult, especially if they don't clear all the way. I mean, obviously you would die here, but if they do a like half commit peek here, you might not get checked. Overall, it's a pretty good tip, and I hope that I get to see it on stage at Dallas, so make sure you guys like, retweet, comment, I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys at Dallas.
Yeah, I did that already. I remember it.
far away. That ability isn't ready yet. I'm out of range.
You do that, bug. Advance, right? Yeah, we'll wait a level to do that one. I got stuff I gotta do in this area now. That's great, but can I go? Teslas. Teslas is a lower level than Strangleton. I could do that first. Yeah, we'll finish up the Hillsbred shit. We won't do this yet. I think. Or Mayfall. I don't even know where that is. Oh, it's over there. Rati. We're gonna turn these off tracking. Pharrell's wedding ring there. So, any ally hands? Ally hand. No ally hands. Where are the ally hands?
We are going to do probable cause.
Burglary of a motor vehicle to the cops. It doesn't.
Serenity now.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, we're taking a look at another episode of my YouTube series, Why Are People Farming It? A series where I'm going through all of the dungeons and raids eventually to show you guys why people are farming said dungeon or raid. And we're talking about tips and tricks, like unique tactics and ways of doing it, and showing the most valuable items that people are after when doing the instance. So in today's video, we're going to look at the dungeon RFK. And before we do so, massive thank you for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. This is a gold guide that features all the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to achieve hundreds of millions of gold. The best part about it is the fact that it comes with a lifetime of free updates. Meaning that whenever there's a new patch to the game, or even a brand new expansion to the game, I update the exact same gold guide completely for free, and I send that automatically to your email. So if you're interested in it, you can find it with a link down below in the description, and by using the discount code STUDENT, you get it for 50% off, and that also counts for the brand new Mist of Pandaria Classic gold guide. So if you got any plans on play,
Strength and honor. Dabu.
And there's somewhere else that has...
Loktar. Go.
What is this? Just out of curiosity.
This looks like something I would use to charge my phone.
So the NSA is selling these for $20,000.
This is Ryan Montgomery, a renowned white hat hacker celebrated for his ethical approach to cybersecurity. You might have seen him in the viral Sean Ryan podcast, or caught his fascinating session on PBD's recent podcast. What you're about to see will urge you to think twice about where you charge your phone and whose charger you use. Watch this critical excerpt from the PBD podcast.
I'm going to show you what it does, but it can monitor your keystrokes, so you can put this in line in between your...
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you can put this in line in between your keyboard and your computer. I can put this in straight into your phone. I can leave it there and come back later. This thing has its own Wi-Fi network that I connect to inside of this. And then if you were to, like, you can match this up to yours and see it's absolutely identical.
100% same thing.
Yeah, so if you didn't have that little orange thing on there, you'd easily lose that.
Wow.
This device may look like a simple USB charger, but it's far more complex than it appears. Embedded within the plastic casing is a Wi-Fi chip and a miniature computer, as explained by Ryan. Perhaps this explains why the NSA sells these devices for $20,000. Watch closely as Ryan demonstrates to Patrick what this seemingly innocuous, unconnected cable can achieve.
I'm gonna plug this into USB-C, which, you know, you can pick whatever one you want. So that's plugged into USB-C. This side, I'm not gonna connect to anything. I can charge my phone with it, I can do whatever I want with it, but what I'm gonna do is on my phone, I'm gonna go to Wi-Fi. I'm gonna click OMG. Now I just created a network from this cable that's plugged in. It's not plugged in.
We don't have an OMG network here.
No.
Okay.
Nope, and this is not plugged into anything.
Okay.
So this is creating a Wi-Fi network.
Yep.
I'm gonna go to it in the browser. And then I have an interface here that I can connect with. So I'm gonna go in the file menu, I'm gonna load payload 1. There we go. Alright, so ready? Now I'm gonna hit build and run, which I could be very far away from the computer. This is just showing an example of it. See how fast that's typing?
What's it doing?
It's typing PBD podcast and 0 Day was here.
Get out of
So
here.
that could have been anything. That could have been a malicious command. That could have been a virus that it downloaded. That could have been anything that I wanted it to be. And I have now remote control over this cable that if I plug right into my phone, watch. Plug it into my phone.
Charges.
Charging. you would have no idea that this implant is in your house.
If this demonstration didn't scare you, I don't know what will. I know it scares me. Think about how often we charge our phones using.
So this is a phishing email that I just received. The subject line of the email says the content on my Twitter or X page does not comply with the X community guidelines. You'll note, though, this email is not coming from X.com, or the official, legitimate X website. It's coming from info@possibles-x.com via SendGrid. SendGrid being one of the email relay providers that can send phishing emails like this out in bulk. There's not much more to this email, really just a big button to review details, and that is the call to action, but lure to make sure that you fall for the scam. If we hover over that big review details button, you can see on the very bottom left of the screen the URL that it will send me to. Since this email was sent by SendGrid, that actually includes some tracking details, like parameters or URL information that knows, okay, I can tie to this email address, this individual, that recipient really clicked the link. But let's take a look at what that really is. I'll right-click the Review Details button and then copy the link. Now I'm inside of Remnux, the reverse engineering malware Linux distribution, and I can open up just a little text editor for me to work in. I'll use Sublime Text. With that, I can paste in the URL and take a look at what this actually sends me to. The /click is the final endpoint here, but the question mark denotes all these other HTTP parameters or variables that are sent. You might be able to find an ampersand if we're looking for other variables that are provided, but it doesn't look like there are any others. So only the UPN is what they're interested in. We don't particularly care about that. I just want to see where will this link actually send me. So now I'll open up a terminal. I'll use Control-Alt-T and I'll hit F11 on my keyboard to full screen this. Let me curl just that location. And I'll actually add a -V flag because I'm going to assume this will redirect me or send me somewhere else on the internet. TAC-V means verbose, so I'll be able to see all that it's doing. I'll hit enter, and oh, okay. Looks like that gave me a wrong link. You can see here it says wrong link for the title and the header of the page in HTML. There's a little bit of a description here. If you're copying the link from a mail reader, please ensure that you've copied all the lines in the link. So it probably needs that UPN tracker. Honestly, that's fine if I want to just poke and play with this. So let's run the curl command again, but let's use that full link including the UPN value. This will now tell the threat actor, hacker, and cybercriminal that, oh, this user clicked on the link. But it'll also give them, on their server side, a little bit more context to be able to say, oh, this is for the John Hammond Twitter user, and it'll probably grab some more of the details pertinent to my account so it looks convincing. Let's try it out. I'll hit enter, and there we go. You can see the location, so the redirect from that HTTP 302 status code. It'll now bring me to possibles-x.com with my Twitter account. So let's go see what that page looks like. Let's try to not follow through with the redirect. Let's go to just that website to start. Let's again use our curl-V, and then let's remove the tag for my username and just see what the website on its own responds with. Oh, we are seeing a 403, so it probably won't actually let us access that without any URL or user specified. Let's open up our web browser. I'll use Firefox here because that is what is installed in Remnux. Now, if I go to possibles-x.com without my username at the end, ooh, X copyright appeal. The gimmick and why that's different from our curl command on the command line is likely because of the user agent that we include. Curl will have its own client-side identifier. Just for a quick check, I can grab my current user agent within my actual Firefox web browser, and let's try and supply that as our user agent for curl, and then let's see if we get any different results. We'll run the same command again, but let's specify -A to include a username or user agent variable and value. Hit enter on that. There we go. Now we have a full page, and you can see regular JavaScript or HTML or CSS just kind of being funneled. Whoa, what was that? All right, we got a lot to dig into here. This will be fun. Interacting with possibles-x.com in our web browser, though, there's not much more to the web page. I just hit Control-U on my keyboard to be able to view source and look at the HTML that this is all made up of. Looks like there's a lot of static boilerplate cascading style sheets, CSS just to make it look pretty. There's a lot here with random stuff. I'm curious if that's just a smart little evasion or a trick to be able to get around automated security mechanisms. I'm doubtful that all of these actually exist, unless this is just some other stupid front-end framework that adds bloat like they tend to, you know? We do see other interesting comments here, though, so maybe that's still a neat little breadcrumb. The tagline here for this page is really interesting. The help center isn't a link. I'm assuming that would have been like something to click in to go to the homepage. But X copyright appeal and the little tagline, monitor multiple timelines on a single screen, track and organize content, and engage with your communities in real time. Isn't that just like TweetDeck or whatever X Pro thing that they try to sell it now as? Is this site just ripped from that? Let's go try and appeal now. Clicking our button. Enter our password. And the username would probably be auto-filled with whatever is included in the URL. Let me try that, actually. Let's just do that /please subscribe. And now, oh, that's kind of an accident. Obviously, it probably just needs an @ sign there to denote that's a username, but this gives us some interesting details on like what this could very well be hosted on. The error images here are probably going to be something related to some other platform. Anyway, let's try to get to please subscribe as our user with the @ sign to denote the handle. Then when we you can see it added. You can see it added whatever actual Twitter account or X account has that handle. And now it'll, of course, just as I mentioned, using that as the identifier, add in the image and add the username and add their handle. This is all along the same lines as how we saw Linus Tech Tips got hacked some time ago with a phishing email that looked a lot like this. Let's go ahead and appeal now, and you'll see please subscribe is now filled in for the username while I can't edit it. But it's going to ask for a password, your password, so we can collect, harvest, and steal your credentials. Let me send bogus data. See the view there, bogus data. Forgot password? Does that do anything? No, that's not even a link to click. Nor is sign up, only login. This is so garbage. Let me hit F12 so we can open up the like network tab, and I'll expand this out so you can see it a little bit better. But going to the network tab, we can see communications to our possiblesx.com, where it is sending or updating, presumably, a last message.txt. Oh, there we go. We can see X powered by Flesklin. Is that a thing? Flesklin. Oh, yeah. Okay, just a hosting panel. Yep, that looks like the 404 error message that we saw just a bit ago. This all kind of has the same style. All right, anyway, it keeps updating this last message.txt, but let's try and just clear that out, and then let's try and send our bogus data. Okay, it went straight to Telegram? Whoa, let me right click and copy that whole thing. Wait just a second. Before we go any further, please let me take a quick second to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Keeper Security. Managing privileged access is one of the toughest challenges in cybersecurity today. Every organization, even my own, needs a way to seamlessly secure and manage access to critical resources like credentials, servers, web apps, databases, and workloads. But it's tough with today's environments that have both legacy platforms and modern cloud infrastructure. That is where Keeper PAM comes in. I've had the chance to try it myself, and I gotta say, it's impressive. The platform is intuitive, powerful, and fits seamlessly into any tech stack. Keeper PAM gives you complete visibility, security, and control over every user and device in your organization. Whether you're working across multi-cloud environments, on-prem systems, or remote workloads, Keeper PAM has you covered. With features like passwordless access to all infrastructure, even machines that don't natively support it, just-in-time access, so you can grant time-limited access to resources without exposing credentials, automatic password rotation, you can just set it and forget it for ultimate peace of mind and protection of service accounts, and even session recording. You can track activity across SSH, RDP, database connections, and more. Whether it's managing privileged sessions, tunneling into SSH clients and database management tools, or securing multi-cloud environments, Keeper PAM just works. And when it comes to security, it's got everything you're looking for and more. They're FedRAMP and StateRAMP authorized, ISO certified, zero trust, zero knowledge, and the list keeps on going. So, if you're ready to secure your users, data, and infrastructure, check out Keeper PAM today with my link below in the video description, jh.live/keeper-pam. Huge thanks to Keeper for sponsoring this video.
Hey, yeah.
It said wrong password G nonsense down below. Oh, but that's got to be some identifiers. Like that was the response here, right? Yeah, it gave us a object that displayed that all out. So in a new Sublime Text window, this was our request. We sent it to api.telegram.org with the bot ID, with the send message instruction, with the chat message ID, and the text it'll provide, given our username, and the password that we supplied. Well, we got a bot token, so we could probably do some little scrappy skunk works with that. And then what did this actually respond with? Can I get that in raw? All right, so here are some of the details from the Telegram API response. It said, okay, true, message ID from the ID, said that is a bot, first name, nonsense bot, and we get the chat ID, the date, and of course, the text that was sent. So, password stealer, credential harvester, fish, malware. What is this that it tried to respond with, though? Wrong password and other nonsense. We'd be able to see that in the HTML code. It looked like all of that we had control U'd here was something that we could see some of the JavaScript and logic that it did. Let me bring that back to Sublime Text for us to be able to look at it. And can I format this? All right, now we're looking a little bit better. The HTML material here, and again, all the cascading style sheet stuff, I don't particularly care about. That's just trying to make it look pretty. So I think we can just cut and kill all of that. Let me go find the bottom, but I think that'll save us like what would be 1,000 lines already.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay, the content is supposed to be for X Pro. They must have just ripped this from that site. That's all that they did. They tried to clone that site, make a couple changes, and then pop up an input box to enter your password. Let's get more of the style sheets out of the way. Granted, this is when we see some of those strange comments again. I don't know if the random Unicode characters and like random values are intending to be something from an actual language or just other fluff. Let me try to translate this one. Does it know what this is if I paste it in? Yeah. What language is it? Turkish. Turkey. Okay. Now, that's not to say that the threat actor or the hacker is Turkish. That could very well mean that the tooling, this little kit that they used, if it is one, that could very well be written and put together by someone who is going to write in Turkish, right? All right, I copied that JavaScript out to another file so we could read it a little bit better. Looks like it's defining an onload function. So when the window opens up, once it's created, once it's started, we get the path name, the location in the window, like the actual URL, and then we try to retrieve the username. Extract it out from a substring, determining that it starts with an @ sign as it should, and then it runs a function here if it retrieved a value to fetch user data. We have a couple other interesting comments here. I want to go see what these are, but I'm pretty sure that's just for supplying a username. Yeah, nothing fancy there. It will split on the forward slashes as we saw, and then another line will, if the username starts with the @ sign, remove it. So it could pass it to their fetch user data function. That's defined down below, as we can see. We end up making a request to what? Ooh, twitter241.p.rapidapi.com asking for the username, including their API key to make that request. Huh, interesting. We set a header, of course. We end up displaying the user info with more HTML, now just displayed and added to the page. Okay, so that was, as we saw, the immediate way to retrieve your user's profile picture or their actual handle, their display name. And now this is from another API, which they've included their key here, which I suppose we could use to demo this, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Think you get the gist. Scrolling down, I think this is going to look like the exact same thing that we saw being what had compromised Linus Tech Tips and many others some time ago. Looks like there are a lot of display information there for actually toggling on any of the buttons or the interface, but down below is where it really gets interesting. We want to make sure that we can track down the message being the username. Then we end up getting the user or the victim's public IP address using api@ipify.org, end up extracting that out and checking to see if it is something they can interrogate. But then they end up supplying, again, their Telegram bot API settings with all the info that we just saw. They include this again and again and again and again for every single function. But it's interesting, they actually have functions here to define handle two-factor authentication. So we'll end up passing to the operator, the hacker, threat actor, cyber criminal here, the 2FA code that you enter if you actually filled in your actual password. Because it'll prompt you for a login, it'll try to automate logging in as you, or the threat actor will, or however that's streamlined. And then once the 2FA code is sent, if you supply that for the rest of the phish, it gets funneled over to the hacker. That is how they bypass two-factor authentication, and that it's not even bypassing it, it's just asking you for it. Looks like they have a little bit of other functionality if they end up actually authenticating via email or phone number. It'll again pass all that to Telegram with the exact same info. And then there's the check last message little cache buster thing that they're doing. So that's the gist, right? I don't think we need to spend as much time going through this because it is just stock, vanilla, flat cookie cutter, nothing fancy, nothing out of the ordinary, another stupid Dumbo Twitter X phish and credential harvester. But we have something kind of interesting here. This time around, we have the Telegram API token and the chat ID. We see them interacting with it, so I wonder, can we actually see or retrieve all the things that that bot has worked with and seen previously? So this is kind of uncharted territory. I don't know how well this will work or even if it will, but I did see just a bit ago some other user, Hex6RSS, over on the Twitterverse, thank you, had shared kind of this cool thing. Hi threat hunters and malware analysts, I want to introduce you to my newly developed tool called MatCap. With this tool, you can infiltrate, I don't know if that's the word I like there, Telegram bots or malbots, associated malware, gain access to their messages, and extract their logs. So, could we see what this has done so far? They have linked their GitHub repository, and it looks like this is just written in Python, so we probably could get this up and running, where we get the bot token and chat ID, and we see this thing in action. We will need to end up doing some Telegram API stuff to be able to get ourselves situated to be able to look through this, but once we have that already, I think we're able to extract this out. So can I git clone this down to work with MatCap? We'll move into that directory. Can I just still pip install requirements.txt, even though I shouldn't? I know the internet and pip and Python will yell at me. Okay, that's fine. Can I now just use MatCap? Python 3, please. Okay, now we got the thing going. Neat. We do need to set up our own Telegram information, though. We need to define the actual environment keys and our own use here. All right, let me flip the display so we can see things coming through. Let's grab the bot ID, which we can paste there. Let's grab the chat ID, which we can grab and paste there. And then let's click forward all messages. You must do infiltration steps first. Okay, do I just like join the channel? Bot validated. Yep, you see the bot that it is. Okay, that has logged in. I gave it the account. Can I still retrieve things? Please? Bot validated. Not getting any hits. Did it die? Did it change while I was recording? Is the possiblesx.com site still up? It is. I can still submit bogus data. Bogus data. Try and log in. Now you should be able to see messages. Try it again. We have to delete the webhook first. Well, do I want that in a video though? Okay, let's start again. Bot validated. Bot is down. Webhook was deleted. Ah, it's got stuff now. Okay, now forward the messages to me. I wish this display made it a little bit easier. Oh, it's coming through right now. It's coming through in here. What the heck? Oh, no. Let me make this bigger. Forwarding messages. And then it just crapped out. No. That's a two-factor code. That's a password. That's an IP. Because it just crashed. Python seg faulted. I don't know if that's ever happened. Try again. You see it. Got the last chat message ID. We'll now try order IDs in the background thread. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Do it. Wow. I want to see if it seg faults again, or if we'll get any... Yeah. Why does it keep dying? It's because it's doing something in a background thread, isn't it? It starts... infiltration process. Are there any other threads? Forward all messages looks like it ends up calling forward continuation, and forward continuation ends up starting a thread. Can we not do that, and can we just run do forward? You don't need to be threaded. All right, cleaned up the other functions so it will keep the variable information present there. Let's see if this one behaves again. We're going to keep getting the same results over and over again because it's going to start from that ID that it's determined. Get update, get everything that you need. Okay, so it found 114. Then we should be able to let it go, right? And no seg faults, please. Because now you have no threads, but it is continuing to send users and two-factor codes. All right, let's go see this thing. Whoa, no. Oh, no. There are messages that are forwarded from... There are, like, Turkish commands coming through from someone communicating with the bot. There's mine. There's the one that I sent. There's the second one that I sent. So we're catching up to real time. Well, I feel like MatCap has some room for improvement. We touched up a couple things, but still very cool to easily and immediately get up and running to be able to see the messages that were handled by the bot. And in this case, capture email, phone number, two-factor authentication code, and your password for Twitter X. This was a fish, but at least we got to knock down the Telegram bot. Can we go see that user, though? I feel like we're still not quite done. So 20 Bando sends this message here to the bot. If we go back to our Google Translate, that is, this is very good. Get into it. Whoa. Was there anyone else that was sending messages? Yeah. Meet Gazaz. He keeps running show page 3. So he's running bot commands, but this individual is,
hey, how you
big
doing?
dislike on that username. Here's 20 Bandos. What does his bio say? Trust is more important than respect. Okay. Should we call him? Let's see if I can call him. Did not want to answer, huh? Call again. Let's call Bandos.
Oh, yeah, they drop it right as it fucking falls, bro.
Oh no! Why are you fishing for credentials? Did he block me? It didn't get sent. He said last seen a long time ago. I think he blocked me. Oh yeah, they both went away. Nice. Alright, a little bit of heat on him at least. Not nothing. Trying to look online for different profiles. I see a Steam account, and I don't know if this is the individual or not. I'm gonna assume, though, considering all this and his voice account game ban, just a smidge more OSINT. His Skype account looks like it is kind of confirming a Gazios Manspa. What is that place called? Gazios Manspaza. I don't know how to pronounce that, but apparently a place in Turkey. Obviously no way to confirm that's location, but it seems plausible enough. I believe this is their YouTube channel, presumably. You can see more Turkish language there. It says, please subscribe. And again, not 1000% positive if this is their account, but with a couple, tutorials or little videos on how to root Android devices and some similar stuff from years ago, it could very well be possible, right? There's another order of business, though, in trying to take down the domain, possibles-x.com. I'm trying to go track down, how it is hosted, where the name servers are at. Looks like a little bit of cloud.
This is an aimbot powered solely by artificial intelligence.
He created Call of Duty cheats in 20 minutes using ChatGPT.
In late 2022, AI began taking the world by and modeled networks to help identify and understand objects in real time. Wow, that's cool. Computers can see. Wow, how does this help me hit Diamond in League of Legends? Upon being approached by an admin, Forsaken initially refused access to his PC. After asserting his position, the admin asked the player to Alt-Tab out of CSGO, only to find a suspicious program running in the background. He immediately closed and deleted the suspicious program right in front of the admin's eyes. Fire keybind from left mouse click to a button on the keyboard. This way, every time that the computer vision detected an enemy, it would automatically fire. This is more commonly known as trigger botting. Trigger botting was more effective in Valorant, where you could set enemies to have a custom outline color. A cheater could set the trigger bot to look for this custom color and then shoot whenever it was detected. As soon as I launch Valorant, the click events from send input on Windows don't work. Looks like Valorant has worked a bit on their anti-cheat. I'm suspecting Valorant blocks the send input calls. I've tried a bunch of other methods, including mouse event calls on Windows, but that's a failure too. As more and more methods began to get detected, hackers decided that they needed more creative ways to disguise the AI's inputs. Particularly persistent cheaters would soon move on to using drivers. If you've been on this channel before, you probably know what a driver is and how they work, but if you're new here, welcome, and let me give you a very brief rundown. Drivers operate at the deepest level of your computer's operating system, known as the kernel. They're responsible for direct communication with the hardware components of your system, such as the motherboard, graphics card, and other peripherals like your mouse and keyboard. They ensure that all of this hardware functions correctly and that your PC runs smoothly. If you're just a regular user, you probably wouldn't even know that these exist. They just do their job silently in the background. Most good anti-cheats these days will also run at this level, but hackers soon discovered that they could intercept requests from legitimate drivers such as Logitech and Razer to disguise their inputs. By exploiting these trusted drivers, they can manipulate input data, making them appear as legitimate user actions and thus evading detection. There was even a famous Chinese driver that was used for a long time to virtually emulate mouse and keyboard inputs. Some of the functions that it was able to include was virtual mouse clicks, virtual mouse movement, mouse wheel emulation, and the ability to simulate either single or multiple keyboard presses. Eventually, Vanguard or other anti-cheats would discover these and add them to their list of flagged drivers, rendering the methods obsolete and once again advancing the game of cat and mouse. All of these detections drastically reduced the amount of cheaters who were able to slip through the cracks. However, as AI gained more widespread adoption, there was still one more method. A method which so far seems unstoppable. Most hardware cheats have been detected for quite some time now, but there is one thing that this doesn't account for. What if you never had to modify your hardware to use AI? What if it already came built in?
What if I told you that there is a new gaming monitor that uses AI to let you, well, cheat?
6 months ago, MSI previewed a monitor with inbuilt AI that will flag an enemy when they're spotted on screen. SkySight works by analyzing the on-screen minimap to see where enemies are coming from, which is something you can do with your own eyes. But having an AI assistant that watches the map for you and then puts an icon on the screen to show where the threats are coming from is probably a huge help. Now, calling this as impactful as something like wall hacks would be disingenuous, but having a tool like this undeniably gives you an advantage that your opponents won't have. Imagine never having to look at your minimap again in League of Legends. Whenever the jungler appears, you can get a notification on your screen. Imagine a game like Warzone. If an enemy is hiding off in the distance in a hard to spot location, you wouldn't need to worry about it, because the AI could just spot it for you. This monitor is meant to hit the market sometime in
I'm the G, so I give me a G. Let her fucking I watch him this phone. Oh my god, he got put in my room. Close to the spot like that on G.
Located in the center of Madrid stands a massive 550,000 square foot abandoned hospital. Constructed in the early 1960s, this one state-of-the-art hospital led Spain with some of the most important medical operations of its time being conducted here. But as time went on, so did the development of new medical technology. The once top-of-the-line medical equipment that was fastened here became obsolete, and in 2008, an entirely new hospital was built in its place. With no use for this facility anymore, the hospital and all its outdated equipment was left behind and left to rot. Today, the hospital sits abandoned. By abandoned, I mean that it's guarded by hundreds of active CCTV cameras that lead directly back to a shed with multiple armed security guards inside of it. And in the footage you're about to see, I had no clue about any of this. All I was told about this place was that the cameras inside don't work and there's some really old security guard in the front who doesn't care. So thinking that, I flew all the way across Europe to see this place, as it was one of the coolest abandoned hospitals I'd ever seen. It had blood samples, autopsy theaters, underground tunnels, dried body parts. I mean, this place was crazy. But none of that stuff impressed me as much as this abandoned operating theater. This room was insane, and if I could find it, it would make everything all worth it. I was not leaving until I found that operating theater. Lady's right there.
That was a lot of shit, homeboy. What is
we're actually in now. Before we were just in poop. There's like some old, discombobulated medical supplies here. Security cameras and stuff. Exploring a place like this alone is so creepy. That might be the front. I don't know if I should go to the front. This is kind of risky. Is it the front? No. There's a security camera. God, I'm just full top. I'm not gonna go that way. We're gonna go up to some of the other floors.
Time is money, friend.
By the first floor front entrance. This place is so big.
Be good.
By the way, you guys, opening any door here is a real gamble. There might be an alarm or camera or something just waiting for you on the other side. Maybe even a security guard. You don't know. This looks like it's just a patient room. I think all of these were just patient rooms. I'm gonna keep walking until I find something cool. Stop it. I have to slam it. There's no handle. I have to let it go. It's gonna be loud. I flew all the way across the room for this. I am not missing this on the last day. This is the fourth floor. There's supposedly a really good surgery room up here. Interesting. This looks like it was an X-ray, but the X-ray's been taken out.
Greetings. Farewell.
See what the thing looked like that I busted through. I had to bust through this shit. 2008. What the heck is that on the curtain?
Loktar,
I hope that's not what I think it is.
for the Horde.
Every door
Dabu,
barricaded by something.
with honor.
They put lots of stuff in front of all the doors here. So it's hard to get through. I'm gonna go down a floor. Yeah, they put freaking barricades on every single door. So it'll make noise if you go through. Not even to lock them. Push from the other side. Wait, I just closed it. No. No. If this doesn't work, I'm fucked up. Uh-oh. We gotta go. This looks open.
this can't be a dead end. No, no, no. They're coming down.
What brings you here? Farewell. We shall meet again.
I don't understand. Why didn't she chase me down the hallway? Why is it whenever I go near a staircase, I hear something bad? They have all the things blocked off.
I'm out of range. Isn't ready yet. I can do it.
These were old surgery rooms, but they have all stuff here now. Lab floor.
I don't have enough energy.
I'm starting to feel better. Is that even more? That is not a mirror right there, guys. That is more labs. Alright. Yeah, these are cool surgery rooms. This is where they would keep all of the utensils and stuff.
That's troll shit.
Don't know what it really is, but it's cool. Yo, yo, yo.
That ability isn't ready yet.
That's security. Oh my gosh, look how big that is. It's not a mirror. It makes me a lot more comfortable seeing security right there. I think we're getting close to the good stuff. Another lab right here. These are like some of the coolest labs I've ever seen. That window's wide open. I think we're gonna film it from right here. They're right out there. They have a little security stand right there. Oh my gosh.
Too far away. Energy.
So stupid. Oh my god, I found it. Fuck me out of there. I found it. They took out the lights, but I found it. Dogs. It's a long ass drop. Ah.
Oh shit,
After editing this video, I looked at some old footage of other people exploring this place, and I noticed that there are 2 identical operating rooms right next to each other. One was the one that we saw, with nothing in it, and the other one was the one with everything in it. This means that I was only feet away from seeing the very thing I came all this way to see, and I didn't even know it.
We got a dog. Excuse me, man, I'll jump to that. Is that wet? Is it wet?
No, don't. Hello, your face.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, man. You? Yeah?
Have a sit down there, mate.
That's good, man. I'm good, I'm good.
No, sit down.
Hey.
You say hello, Kerry.
Kerry. You alright, buddy?
One over. Yeah, we've got these guys contained over. Well done, boys.
Guys.
We've been looking for you. Your face is familiar. What's your name?
Ali.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
How long have you been up there? Been up there for a few hours, eh?
No, we just ran up the other side.
Right.
Like 5-10 minutes. Not long.
Famous Alibaba.
Alibaba.
Guys, can you take your cameras down, please? I'm not asking to take them away from you. I'm
Is the
asking
police
to take it down,
necessary,
please.
man?
Yes, it is necessary.
Oh, boys.
It's up to you guys. I'm asking you
Oh,
nicely.
boys.
If I have to get in trouble for taking it from you, I'll do that. So I'm asking you nicely, please put them down and put them into your bag. Have you heard what I just said? This 5 Ali, take that out first.
Oh, boys, come on.
Take it off first.
It's not necessary, man.
Dude, you got to stay on the high camera. I'm going to take it from you.
I won't face you, it's okay. I'll face this way.
So is that?
I'll face this way.
No.
It's just so nothing gets...
put it into your bag.
Man, it's just so nothing gets said that hasn't been said, you know? It's just protect myself, that's it. Like, I'm not going to look at you. It's all good.
Legally, he's allowed to.
Please
Hey.
stop talking.
No, I'm allowed to.
No, please stop talking.
Legally.
Do not annoy me.
Legally.
Do not annoy me. You really want to go that way? Alright, we're going to go that way.
But he's not going to get in trouble for going ahead.
Man, I understand what you're saying. I won't face you, it's cool. I'll just face down here at the dog. I just want to record for my own safety, you know?
Yeah, I know. As long as he don't show it. He's allowed to.
Hey.
Put the camera down, please, sir. Put the camera down, please, sir.
It's just for my own protection, mate.
Put the camera down now, sir.
Bro, it's only for my own protection.
Please put the camera down, please, sir. So just put the camera down.
Yeah, I understand it, man, but...
Put the camera down, please, sir.
I'm a record, like, I'm being responsible.
I do not care what you're doing, sir. Put the camera down. Sir, put the camera down. Wait for the police to come, and then I'll give you a body search because I'm quite sure you're hiding your SIM card in there. Alright? We have enough shit over you guys, alright? Thank you for making good jobs for us here. You improve our security and you give us more shift. But then we are on top of you guys, alright? We are on top of you, sir. Alright? Sir, thank you very much for the understanding. Cameras down. Let me see if you're recording, sir.
Yeah, for my own protection, man.
Yeah, you need to close the camera, sir. Sir, close the camera now.
Man.
Hello, control from 5-8 receiving over. Hello, sir. Yeah, I just want to let you know that one of them is still recording. I'm going to ask him 3 times. Put down the recording, other way I'll have to remove his camera, over.
Can we be reasonable, yeah? Hey, man. You alright?
Come on. Sir, I'm asking you one more time, please. Just put the camera down, please, sir.
You telling me?
I'm going in there.
You're recording,
When
yeah.
you are there, you didn't see me with the phone.
Sir,
I
can
was
you
on the
just please
phone. I
put
was
the camera down, please, sir?
Man.
Sir, can you just
Right.
please put your camera down, please?
Hello. Hi. Can you go, please? And we'll come and
Can you please, please,
Right.
please put the camera
Can you
do not
please?
film security, please.
Bro,
Sir, please put the camera down, please.
I
bro.
was talking phone to someone. You said you
Sir, please put the camera down, please.
Bro.
Please. Sir,
Please.
I'm asking you again, put the camera down, sir.
What's going on over here? Time to go. Need to get out of here now.
Please. Sir,
Please.
I'm asking you again, put the camera down, sir.
What's going on over here? Time to go. Need to get out of here now.
service between Hanging and Beckton due to scheduled engineering work. There is a good service operating on board railway.
Sorry, man.
This station is North Greenwich. Exit here of the Emirates.
Same way, same way, same way.
No, go this way, go.
Get out now.
You alright, fella?
We're with James and Dizzy. James and Dizzy.
Dizzy.
Rascal.
He's gone.
Yeah, no, we were just with his team.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's your IDs? Yeah, back in the van, I think. I left
Back in the van.
I got no purpose either.
Oh, there's James. James! James! It's still getting pictures.
I didn't do it last year.
Oh, do you know? We were last, I think it was like 20, 19. Was there another side to this? The other side?
Without accreditation, we've got to hold
Yeah, I understand that, man. That's cool. We'll just wait. He'll be here in a bit.
I've ruined it now, didn't I? Who you here with?
James Lampard's team. He's working with Dizzy and some other people. We're just doing some social media stuff for their social media pages. We're like, wow, so Dizzy's PR manager Claire's contacted us, but we're with James Lampard and his crew.
Yeah, he's supposed to have accreditation on that.
I know. He did say we need.
No. You need more than that, I'm afraid, just for the black belt.
Full send, man.
Guys, you know what we're going to say to you?
I don't.
You don't?
Nope.
Well, this should be a surprise then. Okay, where's your wristbands?
Yeah, we didn't get any.
Okay, because you jumped over the fence, didn't you?
No.
How do we jump over the gate?
I don't know, mate.
We would have been seen.
Are you on security around?
Yeah, you have been. That's why you were here.
No, we haven't
Okay,
seen.
so what we're going to do, okay, we're going to walk into our logistics area, we're going to take some details from you, okay, and then we're going to kick you off site, alright? Sorry?
Like, we haven't done anything.
That's alright, I'm just going to make sure you walk this way.
No, let's go.
Okay, that's cool, alright? That's simple. Walk this way. Put right foot.
The muscle men are here, boys.
How old are you, boys?
17?
Yeah, I'm back.
17.
Yeah, you?
I'm only 17.
02 control. Yeah, these, how old's your mate?
Oh.
So we're all 17, man. Ah, he's a ba-
I've been
See you later, boss. Woohoo! Yeah, boy! Ready, 3, 2, 1. Oh, boys. Which way? Oh, security's on us. Security man's on us, no. Oh, we need to go. So Dylan, this way. Security see us. Right, Rick, come with me. No, that's a bad idea. He was coming at high speed. Go. He's not even here. Ricky. Bye.
Shut up, what are you saying, man?
Hit me, man. You're on camera.
What are you saying?
Nah, he's a good guy, man. He's a good guy.
Look at this man.
Yeah, I know, but
look at your talk. Look at what he's saying.
Yeah.
You
I'm fighting him.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do, yeah, and you're accusing him of trespassing.
Yeah.
Sorry, boys.
You bring them in.
You can't, you know I can beat you, you know?
Yeah, why don't you bring them in and moan at them?
Shut up, man. What are you
Hey,
talking about,
if
man?
you are together and try to film and get to know all the story, yeah? So just wait inside, please, yeah? Alright, thank you.
You bring them two boys in and then you
Shut
moan
up.
at
Is
them.
that your business?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, you don't have to be so
See,
aggressive,
you
eh?
think you
But
can
if
fight
know
me
your
or-
rights, yeah? If
They
you're
don't
in
fight
the
Don't touch me, don't touch me.
Fuck off,
Mate,
man.
listen to me. Even if you know your rights, we know our rights as well, yeah? So just wait inside.
No, I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know
fair
what they
enough.
said?
No.
Yeah, because they know the police come, they're not gonna do them nothing. That's why they got
Doesn't
the
matter,
privilege.
they're
But we
gonna
not
do it.
exactly.
Yeah,
We
they're
need the
gonna do it,
reference
yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Police, yeah?
Who's Ali?
Andy.
Andy's gonna kill us, mate. We've caused this.
This is what you're telling me. No, I'm asking you. You're telling me you're not together.
I didn't try to get...
Please.
You can't
Hey,
touch me.
listen, mate, I've got to say to
You're
you,
not allowed to touch me, man.
mate.
No, you don't have to touch me as well.
Hello.
Don't push me, man.
You're in my way, man.
Don't let anyone to go off, yeah?
understand English, you're Nah, you're in my way. You can't do that.
One second, wait, go on.
You ready for this?
Just go,
You can't do that.
You'll hit me.
No. I'm standing on the
Oi, listen to them, don't touch me.
I'm security.
Yeah, you know law then, don't you?
What you
You're
know?
not allowed to do that.
No,
you can't do that.
You work for the police.
No,
you work for the police.
We didn't say we weren't for the police.
You work for now you're arguing with me.
Yeah, I'm arguing with you, yeah.
Alright, thank you.
You can't do that.
You're right. To be honest, I don't think if you're online. Because this guy we know what how I be treating you here. If you can...
Sorry, man.
How can you do that?
How can I do what?
That's not...
I remember the first time I gained consciousness. It was when SpongeBob forgot the crab. Instead, you get this thick, beautiful, luscious, almost steak-like slice of bacon. Are going to receive a first-round bye, while the other 8 duke it out in round 1, starting with our first matchup. Number 9, Bacon and Eggs from Howl's Moving Castle. The competitor, number 8, the bet it all on black garlic burger from Bob's Burgers. For the record, Drive My Car was in second place. You know, I know a lot of people were asking for it, but you can buy black garlic, or you can make it. It's actually not that hard. Just don't try stealing it from Fig Jam. Now, most of the videos online use the Bob's Burger cookbook as fact, but we did our detective work, and guess what? Everyone was wrong. The version Bob makes in the show is totally different from the book. On the show, Bob makes an onion parm red wine vinegar sauce that we presume is pureed, because the bottom bun gets shredded romaine, diced tomatoes, and drizzle of the sauce. There's no onions in sight at all. Now spread on the black garlic, the only ingredient actually mentioned on your cooked burger patty. Add it to your bottom bun and crown with a video brushed top bun. The only thing that I would hope that we would achieve is some sort of a reaction that might have us going, this is an exquisite mouthfeel. Next up, number 9, Bacon and Eggs from Howl's Moving Castle. While we didn't have an open fire, there is a calcifer appearance. The cartoonishly wide bacon is everything here, and we're committed to that. So we're meat gluing 2 pork bellies together, placing it in sous vide, slicing it, and roasting it. This was not an easy task, but we wanted to get it right. And then we finished off in the frying pan with our eggs. Feed calcifer the shells, of course, but we didn't have Miyazaki's budget here. Cook the eggs sunny side up, right in the bacon grease until the whites are set. Get a big block of cheese, some fresh bread, and a hot cup of tea ready. And of course, 2 spoons and a fork. Our judges today are Chef Christian, a kid at heart with a very discerning palate. But our second judge is someone we could have never expected. Someone who has brought smiles all across the earth. Bill Oakley, former showrunner and head writer of The Simpsons. I'd love to say it's a small world because now he's making food content and what he calls an elevated lowbrow reviewer on Instagram. We're a big fan of him and we're happy to have him here.
I mean, this is eggs and bacon, but you do have a very big block of cheese and some bread and some hot tea. This is kind of fire. Serving like a bacon steak like that, amazing idea. So instead of getting a ton of tiny slices that are super crispy and maybe almost dry, instead you get this thick, beautiful, luscious, almost steak-like slice of bacon. It's salty, it's fatty. And of course you got some fried eggs. It's a fried egg, so it's not that special, right? But all together, this makes a pretty classic breakfast. A little bit of cheese, a little bit of bread. I like it.
It's delicious, but the cheese is really what puts it over the top for me. Something about that particular cheese on top of this stuff takes it to another level.
The bacon, thick and luscious. The egg, runny. The tea kind of does help wash it all down.
Let's bring out the burger and see where that stacks up. I will say visually, to me, this looks like a very average burger.
It looks like a burger from a cartoon, which is exactly what it is. It looks like if you were to draw Archie comics, 1959, having a burger in a chocolate shop, that's what it would look like.
It's actually a very good point. There's a lot of black garlic underneath that.
No cheese.
They're betting it all on black garlic, so let's taste. You know, it's leaving a lot to be desired. I don't know if I would bet it all on this black garlic burger.
It's shockingly bland. Even the black garlic is barely noticeable.
There's a lot of black garlic on this. I'm really not picking it up that much. But all in all, I would say it's like tasty, but it's not like blow my mind I'd come back to this restaurant if it were a restaurant.
It's really lacking something, and I don't know whether that would be cheese or some other element.
Also, I noticed there's no like acid like a pickle.
Yeah, it's lacking in texture too. It doesn't have any crunch in it.
So that's the issue. It's lacking depth, I think is what we're talking about here. So let's vote. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Oh, crazy. I thought you were a writer, I know you were an artist. It seems odd at first glance, bacon and eggs feeding a burger, and I get that, but honestly...
The burger wasn't that good.
Yeah, sometimes there's beauty in simplicity, and I think this is one of those moments. Moving on. Number 9, Bacon and Eggs from Howl's Moving Castle moves on to the next round to face our number 1 seeded Krabby Patty from SpongeBob. Our next first round battle is an anime showdown. Number 5, Naruto versus number 12, One Piece. Ramen may be the real secret to Naruto's success, specifically extra large miso tonkotsu ramen with extra chashu from Ichiraku Ramen. Now, this is the funny thing. I actually order my ramen exactly like this, and I ordered it like this before I even knew about Naruto. That said, I've made tonkotsu the hard way and an easy way that I devised. But that would take a while to explain here, so head to the link in the description if you want to learn how to make it. We never saw exactly how Naruto's favorite ramen is built, but I've worked with enough Japanese chefs, and this is how I do it. First, a nice miso tare, then a rich tonkotsu broth, creamy and delicious. Of course, cooked straight ramen noodles. There's absolutely no dipping ramen here. Followed by an extra heaping helping of chashu. Your soy ahitama egg, menmen, which is bamboo shoots, narutomaki, or fish cakes. This look familiar to you? Thinly sliced green onion, nori. I don't know how Naruto is eating this every day and not gaining weight. I guess it's all the energy he's expending, but realistically, I would also eat this every day, even without a lifetime pass to Ichiraku Ramen. Next up, number 12, Sanji's Curry, aka Marine Captain's Curry from One Piece. You've been asking me to make this dish for a long time. It starts with freshly ground garam masala, then we go on to seasoning and marinating our beef with aromatics and yogurt. Next, we finally dice onions, cooked until beautifully browned and caramelized. Then we blanch tomatoes so that we can peel their skin off. Now, to the lard flour base of a curry roux, we then add curry powder and garam masala, mix until lightly brown and fragrant. Then to a pot of boiling carrots and potatoes, we add the curry roux, beef stock, the tomatoes, and of course, those beautiful browned onions. Give it a mix, and finally, we add our marinated beef. Bring it to a boil, simmer, reduce. Finish that off with some nice sweetness from a freshly grated apple. Serve it up on a beautiful marine plate, and let's just hope you don't get thrown overboard. I'm scared, I'm gonna be honest. I don't wanna let you guys down on this. Naruto versus One Piece. Which show is better? That's not what we're answering today, actually. But we are gonna find out which of these dishes is better. Let's start with One Piece, yeah?
Oh, wow. It's going to be hard for any other cartoon dish to compete against this.
This is the type of dish where you take a bite and you're like, maybe I'll just have a little. And then you say that about 30 or 40 more times until it clicks for a long time. It starts with freshly ground garam masala. Then we go on to seasoning and marinating our beef with aromatics and ice-rich curry sauce. And it's just so rich, but it's not too heavy. There's a little bit of sweetness from that apple.
I could eat a gallon of this. We still got 7 more dishes to go.
Now we have Ichiraku Ramen. Cheers. How is Naruto not fat?
He's burning mad calories. This is what I imagine Naruto feels when he's at the bar, just housing it, asking for more.
I've always found that the more amount of noodles that I can get in my mouth, the better. This is ridiculous. It's unctuous, it's creamy. It's almost like every flavor you want in one bowl. There's nothing missing, but I don't know that I would say that that's not true about the curry either.
These are both excellent dishes, and it really comes down to what you personally like. The curry makes me crazy. This is great, but it doesn't make me crazy.
Interesting.
I mean, they're both heartwarming, right?
1, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom. Sanji's Curry upsets our number 5 seeded ramen from Naruto. To be fair, they're both delicious dishes. We don't have time to talk about it, so we're moving on. Now we have the battle of the fat man versus the fat cat. This is Family Guy versus Garfield. First up, Family Guy's Car Panini. Look, if you try to put Peter Griffin on a diet, he'll escape to the convenience store and probably make this in his car. So I begrudgingly did the same. Car Panini, Panini Press, bread, 3 sausages, peanut butter cup, and of course don't forget your crumbled Doritos, and then a Cadbury egg cracked right on top. Oh God, I don't ever want to see this image again. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, what about cleaning your hands? Why are these so big, Haynes? Whose are these?
Used as a bib, too.
Well, good thing it looks like this now. There is quite literally nothing good about how this sandwich is made. After we pressed it, the filling barely stayed in the sandwich, and, well, let's be real, it doesn't look good either. Next up, lasagna from Garfield. Wow, there's no definitive recipe out there, but we did lean into a comic strip where the owner, John, actually makes the lasagna. And hearing Garfield say in his first movie, I like it for the cheese and the meat and the sauce. Are those not all the basic things that make up a lasagna? So first, a layer of bolognese, a layer of freshly cooked lasagna sheets, more bolognese, ricotta, and another layer of lasagna sheets. Repeat this a few more times to top with a heavy dose of mozzarella and bake until a deep, rich golden brown. Now, we can enjoy nature's most perfect food. According to Garfield, not me. Garfield kind of popped off on that.
Lasagna?
This is fucking insane. Thank God we have Garfield's lasagna. But you know, this could be good, hypothetically.
Never say never.
Let's start with the best dish here. This looks like a cross-section that I saw possibly in my nightmares.
It's grotesque, intentionally.
I mean, it can't be that bad, right?
I mean, look at Peter. He's okay.
You know what? It's not bad. You guys don't look like you're sharing the same sentiment as I am.
It's the Cadbury egg that derails the whole thing. It would be tolerable if it weren't for that. It's repulsive. I mean, it's intentionally repulsive. That was the joke in Family Guy to begin with, that this was gross.
Yeah.
And it pays off. In real life, it's just as nauseating.
It almost evolves from like, oh, there's sausage, and then there's some sweetness. Okay, now it tastes like chocolate, and then it transitions to vomit.
The sausage and Dorito part was pretty good, but it's when that freaking Cadbury egg swarms your mouth that you want to barf.
All right, lasagna. I mean, you know, I don't even think we need to vote. It's standard lasagna. And I think anything that isn't vomit on a plate would beat this. And so, what's your vote?
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Lasagna. There's really not much to be said. Peter, look, you did something.
It does smell quite a bit.
That said, moving on. And Garfield's lasagna moves on to the next round. Not really a surprise here.
In our final first round battle, we have Jake's Perfect Sandwich from Adventure Time, something I've always wanted to try. And up next, The Simpsons Ribwich from Krusty Burger. Jake's Perfect Sandwich. Let's make a sandwich that is bigger than any other sandwich I think I've ever made in my entire life. Now, we will be doing this a little bit out of order, but we will get it all in there. First, we'll start by torching our bread. Spread both sides with cream cheese. Next, some sprigs of dill on your top bun. On the bottom bun, pickles from Pismo. Add some sliced boiled egg, along with any bird you can find from a window. Followed by sliced cucumbers, Roman tomatoes, yellow onion, and of course, the finest seasoning. Tears of salt. At least that's what Jake would do. Finally, our steak. Next up, bacon. And lastly, you didn't think we'd leave out the soul of a lobster, did you? And honestly, I thought this was gonna look bad, but it's amazing. Thankfully, Magic Man didn't show up before our tasting because I want to put this in my mouth. Down to number 10, the Simpsons Ribwich from Krusty Burger. You'll want this before the meat supply goes extinct. And speaking of meat, we used a mixture of ground pork, ground beef, and ground bacon because the actual meat is unnamed and may have more legs than a pig. Now, I'll let you decide if we add it. We mixed the seasoned meat and shaped it into a rib-like patty, which we then cooked and lacquered in a nice barbecue sauce placed on a butter-toasted bun. And this probably looks nothing like the imposter at Universal Studios. So prepare for pupil dilation.
Dude, this is absurd. I think if Jake the dog was real and he saw this right now, I feel like he'd be proud of us.
I'm stunned at how much this really looks like it came from Adventure Time. It's like somebody shined a magic ray into the TV and brought that drawing to life. It just has visual elements of that show all over it.
And then we have a very special, albeit much smaller, from The Simpsons, the Ribwich, which I love that this has a seal that said, it's not just good, it's good enough. It does look hilariously more appetizing just because it's simple, right? You've got like the caramelized meat and a bun.
As someone who worked on The Simpsons for many years, I always thought that Krusty Burger was most closely aligned with Burger King. This looks to me like it's Burger King's version of McRib, so therefore I pronounce it faithful to the show. Because
Wow.
it's small and kind of sad.
It's not about size, it's about taste. So, let's taste.
There's a steak on here too, right?
Honestly, it's pretty good. What are y'all's first thoughts?
It's a lot. I don't even know if I got everything in that one bite.
I think it's pretty good. Like, my main problem is that it's just so huge, you can't get it into your mouth.
I kind of like it. The bar of practicality is in hell, but it tastes great. You got some fresh cucumber, you have some pickles.
This is a gnarly club sandwich. It's got poultry, bacon. I do like the two kinds of cucumbers, a pickle and a fresh.
Okay, not bad. Now pitting it up against the Ribwich. How do you feel about it?
Masterful job of approximating the level of quality that you'd find at Krusty Burger.
I kind of like that it was simple. In a weird way, I feel like if George Motes was here, he would eat this and be like, this is perfect. Texturally, it's not dry. It's definitely meaty. And the barbecue sauce on there is like a pretty, you know, run-of-the-mill barbecue sauce, but everything pulled together into one sandwich.
If it's there, I'm eating it.
Yeah, 3 and a 2 and a 1. I almost voted for the Ribwich, but what put me over the edge was, what would I go back and eat again and again? And honestly, the Adventure Time sandwich is good. It's just too damn big.
You would go back and eat it again and again, and it would still be there. That's how much sandwich is in there.
So, moving on. Number 7, Jake's Perfect Sandwich beats The Simpsons Ribwich to move on to the quarterfinals. On to our first quarterfinal matchup, Bacon and Eggs from Howl's Moving Castle moves on to face our number 1 seeded Krabby Patty from SpongeBob.
This could possibly be one of the most exciting things we could be making today. For me personally, I watch reruns of SpongeBob, and I have always wanted to try the Krabby Patty. The funny thing is, SpongeBob makes it differently almost every single time. Nickelodeon shows 23 ways, and the wiki has over 70. So get your King Neptune's Poseidon Powder seasoned patty cooking. We flip it with our trusty spatula. We top it with 2 pickles with ketchup smiley faces tucked under a slice of cheese. Aww. Then another pickle, because I saw an image that had a pickle here too, so top with sliced red onion, tomato, 1 nice leaf of lettuce, and on the other side of our bun, mustard and more ketchup. And the real secret ingredient, the one that nobody ever knew was there, share love. I should also add that you can't forget to read it a bedtime story, which we did do off camera. And one thing's for sure, when we eat this, we did not forget the pickles, okay? It's there, let's eat.
We made it to the quarterfinals. We have Howl's Moving Castle versus the Krabby Patty. This might be the most iconic food on the whole list.
Now, I always thought, even though Mr. Krabs runs the restaurant, that this was going to have crab in it.
Here's the theory. Mr. Crab is the only crab in the whole show. So is it made out of his family?
Yes. I mean, off the bat, this is a better burger.
This is a really tough call, man. This is a good burger, but this is an excellent breakfast.
True.
This is generally a balanced burger. Properly seasoned, the cheese is proper. It's got pickles, lettuce, tomato. I feel like this is the most standard ingredients for a burger.
I was extremely happy with my burger.
Yeah, it's super good.
But it's competing against an excellent breakfast. I've had a lot of burgers that are like this, but I haven't really had a breakfast that's like this. This is the toughest call so far.
What would I have again and again? And I think I know my answer.
With a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, SpongeBob, thank God.
This was the toughest call of this entire thing. I could have that burger twice a day for 50 years.
Also, nutritionally, the burger's probably better for you.
Honestly, I picked breakfast because I've had bacon and eggs, I've had bread, I've had cheese, and I have tea. But just the setup of all of that, I thought that beat the burger.
Have this for breakfast, have that for lunch, and have the Family Guy panini for dinner.
And then for dessert, the toilet. Moving on. So the Krabby Patty moves into the semifinals. Now we have the number 12 seeded Sanji's Curry facing regular show's Ultimatum Sandwich. I'm gonna be honest, this is a monstrosity. When I first saw this, I thought, wow, there's no way that's possible. Supposedly it's only made once every 100 years, so thank God, after we make this, we won't have to see it again. We'll start by deep frying 2 burger patties and making them into cheeseburgers. Believe it or not, those will then become our buns. Take a separate cooked cheeseburger and wrap with ground beef. Delectable. And sear on all sides until cooked through. Horrific. Now place your cheeseburger stuffed burger on the bottom cheeseburger bun and add your Himalayan ketchup, which is Heinz spiced with Himalayan aromatics, which hopefully Pops would approve of. Now, compound it with your other deep-fried burger, and I guess that's it. I would allow Benson to eat this before I got to it, if I'm being honest. I don't think that there's anybody that really actually wants this.
Is there a burger in that thing?
There's a burger inside this burger. I worked on a regular show.
Really? How did that work? What was that like?
It was fun. It was J.G. Quintel had a short, and they were like, you help him come up with all the necessary stuff to convince the executives that this can be a series. And we came up with the first 4 episodes and like a sort of little Bible for the show and stuff.
Wow.
It was really fun.
That's amazing. Sanji's Curry versus the Ultimatum. There are parts of my brain that say this is good, and there are other parts of my brain that say I don't like that.
It's actually very similar to the Adventure Time sandwich, and that's kind of crazy and too big. The elements are all good.
There's a starchiness to it I can't quite explain.
It's the other burger that's inside the meat.
Yeah, like steamed it, spun.
It's a tidal wave of burger flavors all kind of mushed up together.
If you just dip your spoon in that and taste it, and then tell me what you like more. I mean, look, let's just call it a day. It's Sanji's Curry.
It's not a fair competition.
This could possibly be a part of your fault.
Theoretically, yes. I wasn't involved with this particular burger, but I think this is actually pretty good.
I don't disagree.
Almost any food of any kind would have a hard time competing against this.
I will say, ultimately, end of the day, the Ultimatum, not bad. A little weird, a little too much. It's really just a cheesy, ketchupy burger.
It's like a triple reverse Juicy Lucy.
Yeah, so we're gonna triple reverse ourselves to the restroom, and we'll see you in just a moment. And Sanji's Curry continues its Cinderella run to face the number 1 seeded Krabby Patty in the semis. On to the next, number 3, Ratatouille versus number 6, Garfield's Lasagna. Ratatouille. Possibly one of my most favorite movies of all time. Who would have guessed, right? Funny thing is, 3-star Michelin chef Thomas Keller, one of the greats, actually consulted on the film and provided the Ratatouille recipe that finally broke Anton Ego. It starts by spreading a pepper tomato sauce in the bottom of a skillet, then starting at the edge of a pan, lay down your very thinly sliced vegetables, zucchini, yellow squash, Japanese eggplant, and a fresh, vine-ripened tomato. Repeat until the pan is filled, or just do what the rat says. Sprinkle a mixture of garlic, oil, thyme leaves, and salt and pepper over the vegetables. Top with parchment paper and bake. Remove and then perfectly align in a cylinder mold onto a plate. This is a very old school way of plating, guys. Drizzle a little pepper tomato vinaigrette around the plate, top with 1 strand of a chive, and probably don't tell anybody that a rat made this. It is the cat versus the rat. You're gonna say no to this guy? I feel like we needed this. Our bodies needed this.
It's so much healthier than all the other stuff we made.
It's balanced, it's acidic, it's sweet, it's earthy.
Here's the thing, Ratatouille to me has never been a knock your socks off dish, and oftentimes it's served as a side, and I think them serving it as a main kind of as a statement about the beauty of simplicity and how it's all about great technique, and it's tomatoey, it's lightly sweet, a little bit of tartness too. Even though there's only 2 textures, the textures are nice, the vegetables are cooked nicely.
I think there may be a version of lasagna out there somewhere that's better than this Ratatouille, but it's not this one.
Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Wow, it was hard not to give it to Remy because Remy is cute. I'm sorry, Ratatouille's not that crazy. Go make it. It's delicious. It's just not better than a nice, meaty, cheesy lasagna. I mean, it's not even a fair competition.
I can't believe I'm sticking up for vegetables, which I normally dislike. I've disliked this dish for the first 30 years of my life. But I'd say honestly, in this competition, I think this is the winner.
Looks like the cat won this time.
It's because he knows. He knows what the audience wants to hear. But unfortunately, I know and I don't care. Moving on. So the lasagna moves on to claim our third semi-final seat. On to our last quarterfinal matchup to see who takes the final spot in the semis. Number 7, Jake's Perfect Sandwich versus number 2, Gotcha Roast Pork from Food Wars. This comes from Food Wars, a manga turned anime that's maybe the greatest cooking competition show I've ever seen. It's also incredibly inappropriate, so if you are under the age of 18, maybe you should not be watching this show. Anyway, this dish saved the main character's family's restaurant, but can it win our competition? We start by steaming chopped white potatoes until soft. Emily Brunoise, onion, and king oyster mushrooms, saute them in butter. We'll then mix them with the mashed potatoes. This is an interesting direction. We shape the potatoes with plastic wrap like a compound butter, put it in the fridge to get nice and solid. Then we lay our thick cut bacon nice and neatly. Bring back our mashed potato, wrap the bacon all the way around, then wrap it all up in plastic wrap to keep together, tighten it up. Now you're gonna have to freeze it a little while. Now tie it with twine, tuck rosemary underneath the string, then into the oven goes the quote-unquote roast. Now, the sauce. Red wine into a saucepan followed by sweet sake and soy sauce. Reduce that down till syrupy and mount with a lot of butter. Now remove your roast when the bacon is crispy, pour your sauce over it, top with a few pieces of watercress, and serve. Our final quarterfinal matchup, we have the classic from Food Wars versus Adventure Time. It's, first of all, presentation-wise stunning. It's really good and really weird at the same time. It's very fatty yet acidic. The smokiness from the bacon, the creaminess of the mashed potatoes. Texturally, it's kind of interesting, right? You've got this like sticky glaze enrobed by this part sticky, part crispy, part chewy, part fatty bacon that kind of mixes all together with that puree of potato. Flavor-wise is not blowing my dress up.
Theoretically, all it is an elevated version of mashed potatoes with bacon on top. First of all, its texture is remarkable, but it's also got this glaze. I come and go on every second. Like, I'm like, oh, I like this glaze. Oh, I hate this glaze. So
I agree. I want to like it and I want to hate it, but it's one of those things where it's like, I got to taste it again to see what I really feel.
Precisely. Now this is the Adventure Time sandwich in a more reasonable size. Seems promising. Now this is a tough call. Both of these dishes are seriously flawed, but they're also both good in a very weird way. The sandwich is much more manageable now than it's ever been, but it also serves everything that I don't really like it as much as I thought.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way when I ate it. 3, 2, 1. Wow, Gotcha Roast Pork from Food Wars. I will say it's a bit weird of a dish, but it was better than the Adventure Time sandwich by a pretty strong margin, and I think that it might be one of the most beautiful dishes.
Absolutely.
But that's not what made it win. What made it win was a uniqueness of flavor.
It made me question a lot of things now.
Moving on. And the number 2 seeded Gotcha Roast Pork moves on to face Garfield's Lasagna in the semifinals. Now, our first semifinal matchup. The number 1 seeded Krabby Patty versus the number 12 seed, our underdog, Sanji's Curry. This is a strong battle. This is a hard decision. It's actually our least voted for versus our most voted for. Honestly, they're both equally flavorful.
Seasoned well, addicting.
Yeah, I have my answer.
You do?
Yeah, I do actually. Because I know what I want to go back to and take another bite of. All right, 1, 2, 3. And it's a win for the Krabby Patty.
They're both excellent, and my only criteria was I could eat one of these every day for a year. The curry I would be sick of after eating for 60 straight days.
Yeah, I'm already tired of it after eating it 3 times now. It is absolutely delicious, but it's powerfully flavorful. I'm gonna want this on a specific day at a specific time, and it's gonna beat any other option there could ever be. But I could eat this year-round all the time.
It could be a personal thing where maybe I'm just tired of burgers.
That would make sense.
When a man is tired of burgers, he's tired of life.
But that said, SpongeBob's Krabby Patty wins and moves on to the finals. So let's see who's gonna join them there. We have Food Wars versus Garfield. The sauce is so odd.
It's an anomaly. I kind of know my vote, weirdly.
This is that same SpongeBob conundrum. I like this a little better. This one somehow lights up something in my brain that is not usually lit up. Lasagna I've had a million times.
3, 2, 1. Gotcha! It's the most unique. I mean, the lasagna is kind of just a mid lasagna. But the gotcha roast pork, it's tasty and unusual, but it's good. It's like porky and smoky, and the potato has a nice texture. It's got crispy, chewy, fatty, and the bitterness that's in the sauce from reducing all that wine works because of the richness of it.
Bitter is an underrated flavor profile.
Yeah.
And it shines a lot more than I thought it should, but it's also shiny